takeaways from a game like that with so many twists and turns?
And we had plenty of opportunity to win it, and we made enough mistakes to lose it, and that's what ended up happening. But there are plenty of positive takeaway, like you said. I think some game plan specifics that got away from us in the second half, especially in the zone with Gilgeous-Alexander. Forced him to certain areas, and he got away from that. We did a good job in the first half and kind of kept him in check. And then just missed free throws and fouling shooters, and then some of the late fouls that we had fouled to give. We wanted to hit and trap some guys, we didn't. So plenty of takeaways. We got to be able to play and follow some instruction, and it hurt us in the key moments.
You're able to use KD as a release valve late in the shot clock, early in the game, just on so many possessions that weren't turning out, and then it seemed like late in the game it became more Albie's time to take over, and KD maybe made some uncharacteristic errors. Is the formula for you guys going forward to be able to rely on Albie more in those moments, so it doesn't have to be, the experience?
I mean, it'll be whoever. Honestly, we have enough guys that can create, but when they're face guarding, Kevin, it opens up the court for others, and I think that's why some of our guys got downhill in the first half, and then Alperen got those openings late. They didn't want to help off him, and so they're kind of hugging him there and allowed Albie to get that space to work. So won't be the same defenders or game plan every game, but we got enough guys that can kind of be our hub on offense.
Just overall, how would you start Albie's night? Just the big shots he was hitting over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, he had a favorable matchup at certain parts. Caruso's a good defender, but if Albie gets to his spots, we feel good about it. And other than that late turnover, he made some good passes out as well. So, it's what we're gonna have to do this year. We talked about point guard kind of by committee and different guys handling and initiating and get us into stuff. And when they're climbing into Reed and Kevin and those guys, Albie can be a good release valve, and obviously we know what he can do when he gets in the paint. And he shot the three well, obviously.
Yeah, I was going to give my question, just seeing him shoot the ball that well. I think it was 21 three-pointers last year and 5 in this game. How important is that going to be going forward, his willingness to take those shots?
Yeah, he's got to space a little bit more with when we're playing with the big lineup, and they were daring him to shoot those, and until he proves it consistently, he'll get those looks. And so I think it was a good carryover from this summer when he shot it well with the Eurobasket stuff.
Do you have any update on Amen Thompson? Was it cramps, more consideration?
Yeah, yes, cramping in the calf.
When you say that you want to go playing point guard by committee, what is it? When you say you're playing point guard by committee, how difficult is it sometimes when they put that type of pressure on Reed, who's not, handled the ball like that a ton of times, or when you don't have a traditional point guard out there like Amen?
Yeah, I mean, it got tougher once Amen went out, and they pressured him a few times. He got downhill and created things for guys. It's a balance of being aggressive and trying to get us into sets, and that's what I'm saying. By committee, we don't have to rely on one guy. If they have a ball hawk kind of pressuring him, we can release it to Alpie, KD, and those other guys. And so that's the definition of committee, and we'll have to rely on that this year until guys kind of grow on the fly.
When you put that much into a game like that and show the resilience, coming back in the first overtime, is that almost harder to take? I know it's only one game, but a loss like that when you put that much into a game.
No, I'd say the regulation is harder when we have a lead and do some things that are in a good place to finish. And whether it's offensive rebounding, fouling shooters, or missing free throws, you look back at those. I mean, we had a lead and they came back, and vice versa. But I think we had enough opportunities, and we need to know when we have a foul to give and things of that nature, and who we want to trap. And so I think it was more regulation where we had our chances.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.